Here we go. There are people who have let the problems of today lead them to conclude that for them life is not the way. But every problem has an answer, and if yours you cannot find, you should talk it over with him, and he'll give you peace of mind.
When you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk with God.
Many of us feel we walk alone without a friend, never communicating with the one who lives within, forgetting all about the one who never lets you down. You can talk to him at any time, he always is around.
When you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk with God.
Psychiatrist that's known around the world, solving the problems of all men and women, little boys and girls. When you feel your life's too hard,
Just go have a talk with God. When you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk with God. When you feel your life's too much to bear, just go talk to God, he cares. When you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk with God.
Good morning. Aren't you grateful that you're here for that? Yes. It's free to be over here. Andres.
Good morning, good morning.
So, it's a day to say, I am grateful. So let's just say that. 2, 3. I am grateful for whatever. Do it again. I am grateful for whatever.
I am grateful.
Makes you want to say thank you, doesn't it? So you say thank you. Thank you. Let's say it again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, let's stand up. Say
Thank you.
And one more time, just for good measure, say
Thank you.
Here we go.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you.
awesome. You may be seated. Ooh, that little extra boost there just made it even more joyous, even more reasons to be grateful. Yeah, so welcome to Unity Center of Peace. I'm Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen, for those of you who may be new. And to my left, who's going to anchor us in meditation and prayer and all of the wonderful things that she does, is Reverend Pat Webster. Yeah, we're lucky to have her. We're lucky to have all of you. We are here to just play in this divine mystery, right? It's a mystery. I don't think any of us knows for sure exactly what it is, but we're willing to be present and explore it and play in that energy that gives us more peace, more joy, that adds more love in our lives and in the world. That's why we're here, right? That's what we're doing together. We want to say hello to those of you joining online, YouTube, Facebook. We're so glad that you're here. If you want to just say hello in the chat, and then we feel like we're connected. All right, let's take a nice deep breath together. And as Reverend Pat lights the Divine Light candle, we'll just take a moment to be with that sacred energy of fire, that sacred element. Breathing that in, opening to the sacred, to the love, to the presence. And from this place, I invite you to say with me our opening invocation, which is on the screen now. Together, there is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, infinite divine love, omnipresent. Take a breath. Really feel that love, that omnipresent love, here, now, activated within each one of us and radiating out into the world. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is.
Surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love. Here we are together, just falling into the arms of love. And as we do so, maybe we feel a sigh. And with an exhale, release anything that stands between us and being fully present to this precious moment, this precious second and minute and moment. We are so grateful for these arms of love. These arms of love that comfort us, that hold us, that reassure us, sometimes having some there-ness for us, that steady us, that that give us confidence, because love is the strongest, most powerful energy in the world. And we are resting there, each of us individually and as a community as well. The community that's in this room, the community that's online, the community that's everywhere outside of us and the world. Resting in those arms of love, we can see that, we can know that. And we allow ourselves to relax, starting with our feet. We may want to give them a wiggle. Maybe have them planted firmly on the floor, maybe uncross the legs. Sending roots down to Grandmother Earth, Pachamama. Pulling that grounding energy, the energy of soil that grows things, of rocks that are solid, the energy of crystal caves and flowing water, right down to that fiery heart. Pulling that energy up through all those layers and in through the soles of the feet. Relaxing us and nourishing us as that happens. From the soles of the feet up through the calves. Maybe they've been tight. We relax those. And the knees, the thighs. Pulling that energy up with our breath. The pelvis and the belly. Relaxing that, maybe letting those muscles in the belly relax. Sometimes we hold that so tight. Letting it relax and pulling that energy up into our diaphragm as we take a deep breath and give thanks for that diaphragm just functioning freely. What a free gift of life. And the lungs also that breathe without any thought. Inspiring. Taking in, inspire, to take in spirit. So the God, the Holy Presence, Spirit, universe energy is just as close as the tip of our nose, as well as inside of us. And we breathe that energy into our lungs. Feel them fill with that energy and sending that energy through the heart and the arteries and the little capillaries into every cell of our body, every atom. Enlightening it, filling it with light. Filling us with light. And we bring that energy up to our heart, allowing that heart light to glow with love's fire and light. What a blessing. Up to our throat, our forehead and our face, up to the top of our head, and even that place like about a foot above our head where divine spirits or angels or universe energy lingers and hovers, whatever is specially needed for us and by us. Taking one more deep breath all the way up from the heart of Mother Earth, all the way up our body and all the way up to about a foot above our head. All of this is now enlivened and relaxed. And in this holy sacred space with a relaxed body, mind, heart, spirit, and soul, we go into the silence for a few minutes to receive what is there for us, beginning now. and so grateful for whatever has come to us in this silence. So grateful. Maybe it was just sitting in the silence. Maybe it was a word of wisdom or a nudge, or whatever has come, we are so grateful. And in this place where we are all connected, all one, we say quietly the names of people who may need a special prayer, saying those names quietly. And we go now to the requests that are here in our prayer box. Open to anyone. You don't need to be a member of this community. The prayer team prays over these for a month. And, you know, the human journey and its challenges fall into about 4 categories. Challenges of prosperity and abundance, challenges of relationship, challenges of health, challenges of our soul rustling a little, whatever. And our way shower, Jesus, like many of the awakened people, the Buddha, Kuan Yin, the Hindu gods, many of them, they just show us that we can contact that divine where we have all the powers that we need to address any of these human challenges. And we also know that love also comes through challenge sometimes. Love invites us to grow and to expand, and so we bless those opportunities as well. So all this we let be for all the beloveds who have placed prayers here. And as you are ready, we invite you to slowly open your eyes. Maybe wiggle your body some. Mindfully stretch a little if you need to, being aware of your neighbor. And make eye contact with at least 2 other holy beings, knowing that you are seen back as holy as you see the holy in the other. I need one more. Thanks, Dana. So we'll now have our special music.
Good morning again. We have a very fine vocalist with us today. This is Miss Frida B.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
And we're going to play some songs that are really good to clap along with. So as soon as you find that beat, just go ahead and clap along. And as soon as you find the lyrics, go ahead and sing along.
Yes.
Be cool. So, do you want to say anything?
Just good morning. It's so beautiful here. I love the energy, and thank you for inviting me.
Somebody pray. Right? Yep.
Somebody pray
Thank you. Ooh, that filled us with joy, didn't it? Yeah. We're just getting started. Yeah. Can't wait for more. Yes, indeed. From a place of joy. Opening to joy. So, we've been exploring all month this power of will. Every month we are visiting one of the 12 powers and doing a deep dive. We've been talking about the power of will and the 3 aspects that are included in that. And a couple weeks ago, we learned some hand motions to help us remember those 3 aspects. Do you remember the hand motions? Okay, so choice, right? So choice is, the power of will is right here, but we want to connect that with wisdom, our power of wisdom. So wisdom informs our choice, right? That's the first one. The second one is commitment. So this Anjali Mudra here at our heart center. So from our heart, we decide what our heart wants. We are committed to following that to completion. We're also committed to getting support, right? So that's commitment. The third one is willingness, palms open. I am willing to follow divine guidance. I'm willing to be of service. Now, you will never forget that. We've got our three motions. So in general, our power of will helps us see that we are not passive passengers, on the journey of life. That, the ride is not predetermined. We don't have to get on the train that goes around in circles, or that takes us where it wants to take us. We determine the destiny. We determine the destiny. And, and if the trip, sometimes that trip can take us up some steep mountainous paths, right? Sometimes our journey does that, but that's okay. We've got our power of will. That's the power of commitment. We're commitment to seeing it through no matter how arduous that journey is. And we're also committed to getting support from others, from community, which really makes it work. Also, our power of will reminds us that along the way, we want to be of service. We want to be willing to be of service to others because honestly, that's what makes the journey joyful and fulfilling for us, to know that we're not in this by ourselves, that we share it with others and they with us. Now, to be clear, we are not directing it. We're not demanding that the train go our way. We're not from our head, from our ego brain trying to give directions. The thing about the brain is interesting. I was just listening to a series this week on NPR about it's an amazing organ. It's just amazing what our brain can do. But it is limited. It's limited in its perspective. It just can't possibly see the larger universal vision, right? That's the divine wisdom within us. That's the divine wisdom that sees that larger picture. So, in unity we say that we want the brain to take its proper place, which is in service of the soul, not the other way around. And we looked at what happens when we allow ourselves to be led by our egoic thinking, the trouble that we can get ourselves and others in. And we were talking about the journey, Odysseus's journey and his men, the mistakes from the ego brain that they were making and getting themselves and others into a lot of trouble. We were talking about the Odyssey on that first week. So remember, I talked about one of the things from that movie is having a symbol that keeps us connected to our commitment, so we remember. And I was saying that he's got this pin that is this Athena. It's the goddess of Athena, which is, and so I went and got one. I got my own goddess of Athena pin here. So I can touch this and remember, oh, whoops, committed. Where am I going? Because it's so easy to get sidetracked. It's so easy to go off in different directions. Oh, right, I'm committed to this. What is my purpose? Always coming back to that purpose. And when we allow that divine wisdom within us to lead the way, and we're willing to follow it, we're willing to follow our guidance, we're willing to step out, we are willing to be of service, then our journey becomes a joyous adventure. And who knows, it might be a blessing for others as well. All right? So willingness can really take us far. Willingness can take us far. It can actually contribute to our growth, which I know sounds counterintuitive. We often think of willingness as a passive thing, as like what makes us vulnerable. But we know better, right? Because we have studied Brené Brown. And they tell me this works if I point it in this direction. The screen on. The screen is on. Good. If we all focus together, let's all put our minds together. Woo! It worked! Yay! Thank you all. See, it needed the collective energy. Come on. All right, so she says, the willingness to show up changes us. It makes us a little braver all the time. And of course, her argument is that vulnerability isn't a weakness. That instead, when we're willing to walk into situations where it's uncertain, where there is, this risk of emotional vulnerability, and particularly when we can't control the outcome, that makes us stronger. That makes us stronger and braver. So willingness comes before courage. We don't necessarily have to feel brave in order to act. We become brave by being willing to show up. By being willing to show up. And what was that famous Woody Allen quote? 90% of life is just showing up. Yeah, that's what it is. 90% of life is just showing up, or of success is just showing up. Now, we might rephrase that in unity as a willingness to be present. A willingness to be present and available. And to follow our guidance, to step forward into that contributes to our growth and unfoldment. In other words, our success. And so, from that understanding, we can reframe these three aspects of power of will as, number one, choice. I choose from a place of divine guidance. Remember this? 2, commitment. I keep showing up regardless. I keep showing up regardless. Regardless of how much I'm, shaking in my boots. Or I don't know what's going to happen. I show up. Willingness. I am willing to be changed by what happens when I show up. Yes. Yes, we are changed as a result of showing up. We're changed as a result of our willingness. We see things differently. We experience things differently. Don't we? We see and feel things differently. We become more of who we truly are. And we begin to trust ourselves. And we begin to trust the universe. When we continue to step forward regardless, we begin to trust. Think about a time in your life. You know, trust is big. Think about a time in your life when you stepped into a situation where you just didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know how it was going to go, you know, or why you were even there in the first place. But you just showed up. You know, you just became present with that situation. And you knew that you were where you were supposed to be because you were following divine guidance, right? And you began to trust that you were going to be okay. And as you move forward into that, something beautiful emerged. And you became more of who you truly are. Think about a time. Think about a time in your life where that happened. So my daughter called me the other day, and many of you know Juliet, who has just gone back to school at App State in Boone, and she's just starting her last semester. And one of the courses that she had to take for PE, she had to have a PE unit, she chose diving, like, you know, underwater diving. And yeah, that's offered. I actually took it in college too. Well, of course, I was in San Diego, so it was a little easier. We're right there in the Pacific Ocean. I don't know, they're doing the diving in a lake somewhere, I don't know. But she called me, and she was in panic. And she said, Mom, give me a pet top. I'm so scared. I have to do this assessment where I have to tread water for 10 minutes, and I have to swim continuously, nonstop, for 12 minutes. And other things. I'm just not sure. Like, she's not, you know, the world's, you know, like, physically fit. I mean, she's gotten more, but she doesn't swim a lot. So she was panicking. She was sure she wasn't going to do it. She was thinking, I'm going to have to drop this because I'm going to fail. And then I'm going to start crying and then, you know, all of that. So give me a pep talk. And so the first thing we did was reconnect her with the reason she wanted to do this in the first place, which is when we were on vacation in Zihuatanejo. Hi, Maria. We were staying at Maria's house in Zihuatanejo. We went snorkeling, right? And beautiful tropical fish and coral reefs, and it was just gorgeous. And she said to me afterwards, I found my happy place. This is my happy place. It just felt so good to be with that. And I said, imagine if you didn't have to come up to take a breath. Imagine if you could stay under the water and go even deeper and continue to follow those fish around. She's like, oh. So we reconnected with the vision. Why did you want to do this in the first place? Right? So we reconnected that. And I was like, then just be willing. Just be willing to show up. Just be willing to try. Yeah, you may fail, but you know, you never know until you do. Just be willing to do it. She called me that evening and she said, guess what? I did it. I did it. It was really hard. I almost didn't make it. I'm so exhausted right now, but I did it. You know, and think about, you know, what will open for her. I mean, literally a new world underwater. It's a whole new world. Think about what can open for you when you're just willing. You're just willing to show up. You're willing to say yes. Imagine the world that can open up when you just, I don't know, I'm just following divine guidance. I'm just supposed to be here. I'm showing up. You know, tell me what to do. Imagine what can open. When you think about the times in your life you've done that, those are the times when things have begun to start moving forward, right? You meet new friends, you have new experiences, you find a sense of belonging, you know, all of that. You become more of who you truly are, right? Okay, so anybody ever heard of the word entrainment? Do you know what entrainment is? It's when a higher organized system brings a lower organized system into coherence. And it happens in many different fields, in physics, in biology. I actually have a story to share with that. So we live on a pond, on a little lake, and we have a whole family of ducks that love to hang out on our lawn. Makes my husband really mad because they're eating the grass. But sometimes they're all lined up in a row at the edge of the, of the shore. You've heard, put your ducks in a row? I guess that's where they got it, right? All these ducks are in a row. And then suddenly, I guess it's the alpha duck, decides, oh, it's time to go for a swim. Or it's time to swim over to the other side of the lake and see what it's like over there. I don't know. But the moment that duck goes in the water, all of the other ducks line up behind that lead duck. They're entrained with this lead duck. And they go across in unison, in this beautiful harmony. So that's how I've observed it. It's also true in human behavior, just to create social bonding. Very often, you're unconsciously, you sort of shift your speech pattern to match the person that you are, you're the lead person in the conversation, because that creates bonding. I was noticing myself when you were up here singing, and the joy and the energy. It's like we were all entrained into that energy of joy and the way of celebrating. That's how it happens. Well, I think it also happens spiritually. And here's how. So if we connect with our divine wisdom, that inner divine wisdom that is all around us and within us, and we think of that as that higher organized system. We regard that as the higher organized system, and we allow that to lead. All of the lower organized systems come into alignment with it, come into coherence with it. That lower system of the brain and our egoic thinking and fear and doubt all come into coherence because they're guided by this higher system. And when we're willing to give the results, the outcome of whatever it is to this higher organized system, all of us comes into alignment like ducks in a row. And we're traveling together in harmony and in unity. You see? All right, so I invite you to do a little meditation that kind of anchors this in. If you would, sort of sit back, relax. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes or just gaze softly down. Take some deep breaths. Imagine that you are enfolded in a blanket of love and light. That you're surrounded by this protective love and light. Breathe that in. As you breathe, you're breathing in this light. You're breathing in this love. Feel your body just relaxing into that protective light of love. Now bring your awareness to your solar plexus. You might want to place a hand there if it's helpful. This is the seat of wisdom. Your power of inner divine wisdom. let your belly completely relax as Pat was guiding us in the meditation. We're so in alignment with this. Let it be soft. Your diaphragm, your gut, behind your belly button. Imagine a rubber band that has been stretched and taut is now relaxed and just hanging loose. Breathe into that. Feel that sacred softness. Tender. Nurturing. Now, in this relaxed and open and willing state, you can open to the wisdom that is emerging from that power center. This is your higher organized system. And feel that higher organized system, that relaxed, sacred energy now radiating up through your spine in a column of light and connecting with your brain, connecting with the power of will at your prefrontal cortex here. You might want to place your other hand on your forehead. Feel your power of choice entrained with this power of wisdom. And they're resonating together in this perfect rhythm, this perfect divine rhythm. Everything is in alignment, all the other parts of you in alignment. All the other fears and doubt and apprehension just fall away. And you are moving forward out of that beautiful sacred space of willingness, willing to listen to the divine guidance, willing to be present, willing to show up. Willing to be fully. Take a deep breath and begin to bring your awareness back into the room, back fully into your body. Move a little bit, look around, coming fully back into the here and now. And so we're going to say an affirmation together that will anchor that in. Just take a look at that first. And together, I trust Spirit. I am willing to move forward into life in total alignment with my inner wisdom. I am willing to learn a new way of being. And so it is. So it is. Namaste.
riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. Study war no more.
heavy load. Down by the riverside, down by
the riverside,
down by
the riverside.
I'm gonna lay down my heavy load down by the riverside. Study war no more. I ain't gonna study. I ain't gonna study. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study. I ain't gonna study. I ain't gonna study war no
Oh, whoa. Thank you so much. So, this is the time when we have the opportunity to enter into that sacred cycle of abundance and prosperity. We'll hear more in the announcements about all the rich things that this wonderful community does for ourselves and the world, and it's all supported by our gifts, and it all comes back around, and we give out to the community and to the world as well. There's so many ways to give. There's a conscious giving card, and there you can put some money in an envelope, and you can give online. And we're going to say, let's go back to that vision and mission, because I forgot it earlier. I was afraid I'd mess up the sequence, but you've got it up there for me. So all of these things support our vision and our mission. So let's say those things together now as we maybe hold whatever way we give to support this vision and mission. So our vision is we envision the divine light awakening in all. And our mission, how that's going to happen is we center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. And feel free to give. So we're going to bless these gifts by saying our affirmation, which is divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am.
The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
Ushers today are joined by our prayer chaplain, Karen Rowe, as we extend our hands and from our hearts and our whole bodies, bless these wonderful offerings for our mission. And we send our prayers through our prayer chaplain, and thank you. Okay, and we've got a new thing. We want to welcome all of our guests, and we have these wonderful guest cards now in the back of the seats, so you don't have to raise your hand and ask for one of the ushers. And I know when the first time I came here, I just wanted to see what it was like. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to be recognized. So if you're one of those people, an introvert like me, now you can just do it. You don't have to raise your hand if you didn't get a guest card on your way in. And if you will fill that out and give it to one of the ushers, we will appreciate that. And we have a little gift for you. So it's about the flowers. I had shoulder surgery on July 2nd, and I couldn't wait after I'd finished recovering to get back here and sign up for the first available flower angel slot, and it was today. And I'm going to tell you how come. A little background, I'm trying to be as quick as I am as quick. This is only 40 seconds, I timed it. So my parents were incredible in so many ways, and that list gets longer as I get older and wiser. There was one problem. One of my parents was very badly wounded, despite all of their gifts and talents and strengths and smarts. She was born to a mother who was grieving over the loss of another sibling in a traumatic way, who didn't want her. She was a menopausal accident. So in addition to all the ways that she loved me, at times this infantile rage would erupt and manifest in severe, severe beltings. Kind of leave welts up the legs, and DCS would have been called in these days. And they began around age 4 and went through when I was about 14. So from about 12 years old on, all I wanted to do was get out of that family. All I wanted to do, I had one foot out the door. I would dream about going away to college. I would tune in to WLS in Chicago and pretend maybe I would go there anyway. And I never felt that sense of totally belonging. And after years of therapy, I came to a place of compassion and love and understanding, and that journey also helped me to be the psychotherapist that I am today. Page 2. I just came back from the beach and my printer was broken, so I had to write this out. So here's the point of all this. During the recovery from my shoulder surgery, something very profound happened to me. In response to the amazing people who signed up to bring food for all the 10 days, and you know who you are, and some of you, I know, live on a very tight budget and still brought elegant meals, and you know who you are. And the We've Got Your Back team, Dolores, Stephanie, and Tim Walker were the people that were there for me during that time. So much care. And this amazing thing happened. All of a sudden, I was profoundly aware of belonging, of being belonged and belonging and loved and giving and receiving love from this community in a way that I had never experienced before. And I want you to know that, so I'm dedicating these flowers to this community, to everybody. I have not even a little toe that's near the doorway. So to this community, these flowers are a thank you gift for you, for your part in this piece of my healing. So I want to thank you. Okay, so we have more music.
Let's have Frida be up again. We're so glad to have you here, honestly.
I do want to say something. Chris sent me this song. Is this one sitting in front of you?
Yep.
So Chris sent me this song, and I had never heard it before. And when I pulled it up, the lady said, "Throw your head back." And then she said, because when you bring your hands, your heart, and your voices together, something good happens. Entrainment. Entrainment. So please stand, join us with this one. It's a call and repeat song.
1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3.
You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. You're not alone.
You're not alone.
Don't you give up.
Don't you give up.
Keep moving on.
Keep moving on.
You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love.
You gotta put one
Foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love.
Lift up your eyes.
Lift up your eyes.
Don't you despair.
Don't you despair.
Look up ahead.
Look up ahead.
The path is there.
The path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. One foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Ooh, one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared.
I know you're scared.
And I'm scared too.
And I'm scared too.
But here I am.
Here I am.
Right next to you.
Right next to you.
I gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with
Yes, that was my whole message in a song right there. That was it. Wow, how perfect. All right, I want to share from this place of joy, I want to share all of the wonderful things that are happening here at UCP. Well, not all of them, because I'd be up here for an hour, but I'm going to share some of the highlights, and then please go to our website, unitychapelhill.org, to get more information about it or more stuff that's happening. So right after the service today, we have an artist reception. Have you been noticing this beautiful art on the wall? That is Donna Miltier. Is that how we pronounce? Oh, then that's you, Donna. Yes, it's Courtney's mom, who has, yeah. And so we will be meeting after service. We're also going to do the Sacred Cafe here so that we can also look at the art and she can share her process and we can ask questions about it. All right, Unity Social Justice online broadcast today at 3. Would you like to say something? Yeah. Okay. At the mic. Thank you.
We have
our first of 2 End of the Month podcasts, and we're going to focus on voting rights. And there's a message about democracy and our voting rights today. Today's a service with that as a theme. I want to be very clear that none of this is partisan. This is about the nonpartisan attending to the collective soul of our country and to democracy. And next week, there's a very special guest who is my sister Mary, who's been studying voting rights and safety since 2016. She's one of the smartest people I know, also the biggest heart. And she is going to give us these nonpartisan websites and sources where we can get important information, what your ballot's going to look like, information about people who are running on both sides of the fence. I really want to tune in on this. It's an important time.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you. Yeah. So that's today at 3 o'clock via Zoom, right? And you can
UnitySocialJustice.org or in the YouTube station. And if you want to come to my house, we have a wonderful party. It starts at 2:30, and we have a potluck after when we watch it. It's on the YouTube channel and then Zoom after.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, full moon fire ceremony is happening this Friday. This Friday? August 28th, hosted by Chris Nygren. Yeah, that'd be great. I haven't seen Chris Nygren for a while. It'd be really great to have her back. She led the Outdoor Sacred Spaces for a while, and she really has a connection with all things sacred and all things nature. So it'll be great for her to have her anchor this whole celebration. All right, and that's from 7 to 8:30. Then we've got the Pathways class, which I am facilitating on Saturday the 29th, and this is your opportunity, if you're kind of new to Unity, to find out more about what Unity is, what the New Thought movement is, how UCP has a little different expression of that. We all have a little different expression of Unity, and it's an invitation to membership, but you don't have to be a member. You can just take it and make connection. This is a wonderful opportunity for people to connect deeply. We're doing exercises together that help embody the 5 principles of unity, and we have a lot of fun. So, but please sign up so I know how much refreshments to bring and how many packets to make. That's this Saturday from 1 to 5. And if you have more questions, come up to me and ask me. Okay, so next Sunday, I've been, hinting at this fact that we're experimenting with a new way to do service. And we figure 5th Sunday, when the calendar gives us a 5th Sunday, let's do something special. So we've got this I'm calling it 5M service. It's mostly music, and so it'll be bright matter, and also I think some people from our congregation who are willing to be present, willing to show up and share their talent with us, and a lot of sing-alongs. We're going to be doing a special meditation. We might have some children coming and sharing what they've been doing, and it's just like a relax and really a joyous kind of time. So check us out next Sunday. Adopt a Highway. Michael, would you like to come up and share about that?
Many of you have done this before. About 3 times a year, 4 times a year, we get together and we clean up, because we have, as a community, adopted the highway from the railroad tracks there to the end of the road to the T intersection there. So if we have about 6 to 10 people, we can get it done within 2 hours. And it's a really nice way to sort of get to know people outside of church and, talk about your lives and get to know one another, and to do something good for the environment and to try to clean up after, there's all kinds of stuff that you find that really should not be there and not good for nature, not good for the animals. So let's help clean it up. Thank you.
Thank you for leading that, Michael. Really important, really important. Now we've got coming up our next pick-a-party, And it's led by David Glass. And this is From Rumi to Mary Oliver, Poems That Awaken the Heart. And so poems will be read aloud and really create the sacred space for listening to the poems, listening to the deep resonance of the heart, and getting trained with that energy. And David will be sharing some of his poetry, and you are also welcome to bring whatever speaks to you and share that. So QR code there, you can scan that or go to our website to sign up. And again, it's a fundraising pick-a-party. Okay, pre-service meditation, just want to mention that again. We've got a group silent meditation for 20 minutes right before the service at 10:30 in the chapel, usually led by Jamie and Ellen. I know Mary was filling in when you were away, but it's, really wonderful to be in the silence, with other souls and really connect on that deep soulful energy, that level. Sacred Cafe, we're doing it inside today along with the art reception. Deeper Dive is in room 103, the last room on the right, facilitated by Dolores Branch. Thank you, Dolores, for doing that. And 3-Minute Miracle. This is your opportunity to sit with somebody who is trained in prayer, who can help you see whatever it is you're walking through, those human situations that Pat was mentioning from the prayers. Sometimes we just need somebody else there that can help us see a different perspective, see it from a higher perspective, and hold that in prayer with us. So it's Karen Rowe today, thank you, as our prayer partner. And also, if you're online, we also have prayer available. If you want to send an email to prayer@unitychapelhill.org, put in your name and phone number. A prayer partner will call you back. All right, we've got some kids back there with all kinds of fun stuff. Let's welcome them in.
I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, beam of God. I am the radiant life of God. I am, I am, I am.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Hi. Big thanks to Kai for showing up. Yay. And one thing I forgot to thank one person last week, so I just want to thank Michael Newton for doing the leading that we done 3 weeks ago. So just thank you. Yep. Today we finished, we kind of finished the month talking about the power of will and finished our flowers. And each petal has a different power. And then I tried to get the kids to think and talk about, like, when did you have, when did you last get in trouble by your parents? Okay, yeah. And so if you were to think about, like, the powers to, like, how would you reframe that? And, like, oh, I should have, not done that. Okay, well, think about what would you have done? Oh, I will use love, understanding, and strength to move forward, right? Or how to move forward, how to interact with friends and family in that way as well as in school. So hopefully that continues onward. Yes, with that thoughts. I do want to also share, these are the cards from us as an organization to the children to support them going into school, wishing them good cheer. So here's this.
A good year, yeah. A good year, thank you, yeah.
And so as we do the prayer, the blessings of the children, send them good vibes for getting through the difficult subjects and the difficult, social interactions that are coming in middle school.
And they've got their powers now too.
They do.
Oh, yeah, they got to help them. All right, so let's bless these children and the children everywhere. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are, and we behold the Christ in you. Mwah. All right, thank you. Let's all stand and take a hand and say our prayer of protection with I am statements. And then we sing our peace song. All right, there we are. Take a deep breath together. And the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. Power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Hi, it's Reverend Victoria here. I'm at Unity Center of Peace with our house band, Bright Matter.
Hello.
Yeah, and if this video has inspired you or empowered you or opened your heart, opened your consciousness, or even just given you hope, we ask that you support what we're doing here by making a donation today, going to unitychapelhill.org or clicking the link below, and we thank you.